Welcome to Study Loop.
Okay, so to find the distance between these, we just use the Pythagorean theorem, just like always. So the distance is equal to the square root of length squared plus width squared plus height squared. But let's make it more clear. Let's say the distance in x squared plus the difference in y squared plus the difference in z squared, right? So let's do that now. So the difference in the x dimension, that's 7 minus 0. That's 7. Plus the difference in the y direction squared. So that's 0 minus 3. So that's negative 3. But since it's squared, that negative isn't going to matter. So we'll just put 3. And it won't matter because negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So we'll just flip it positive. And then in the z direction, we have 4 minus 8. It's negative 4. So again, that's, yeah, it isn't going to matter as far as flipping it positive again. So that's just plus 4 squared. And my calculation puts that distance at 8.6 units. Right, so now let's find the midpoint between them. And the midpoint between these 2 points is just the midpoint between every individual coordinate. So halfway between 0 and 7 is 3.5. And you can do that just by, 7 minus 0 divided by 2. So the x-coordinate of the midpoint is going to be 3.5. And then 0, well, okay. Yeah, I guess that 7 minus 0 divided by 2 doesn't always work, because if we go the midpoint between 0 and 3, if we go 0 minus 3, we'll get a negative number. But the difference, I mean, the location halfway between 0 and 3 is 1.5. So for this one, I think it'd probably be better to draw it. You just say, here's the distance along the y-axis. Here's y equals 0. Here's y equals 3. You get a positive 1.5 here. So that'd be 1.5. And halfway between 4 and 8 is 6. Yeah, so I guess in order to find each of these midpoints, each of these numbers here, what you'd want to do is add these numbers, like this one, and then divide by 2. So that would get you the negative, positive signs right every time. So we could say the midpoint in any given coordinate, we'll say coordinate x is equal to x1, which we'll just call x in this coordinate, plus x2, which is the x in this location, divided by 2. And that's true for y and z as well.